Here's a monument that was placed here in '64. Ziemię w obrębie Polan I lasu kryje prochy ofiar hitlerowskiego obozu zagłady dla Żydów w Chełmnie. 160,000 Jews from the Łódź ghetto and other ghettos in this area, 2,000 from Germany, 4,300 gypsies and other also Poles and Soviet prisoners of war, and we suppose the children from the Czech village of Lidice. Strangely enough, 64, in those days they tended to exaggerate the number of deaths. It's, I think, pretty certain that the amount of people killed was much greater than that. I see little bits of bone fragments here. I think the bone fragments are certain. Yes, they are. Yeah. Bone. Bone fragments. What's that? It's not a bone fragment. That is. That is. That is. The Nazis smashed up the bones using special mills. We have a receipt in the archives for the mill they brought here. One mill they used from Zawadzki, where the people who were about to be murdered spent their last night. We also have a special mill that was brought in from Auschwitz, and the receipt survived. Bodies wouldn't be burnt as they are in a crematorium. They weren't burnt that thoroughly. Obviously they were given like a quick burn that would destroy the flesh. The bones were smashed up and they were then dumped, usually in the river. Here in the Nair, there's a bridge from which they were probably thrown off. According to eyewitness testimony, there were probably 7 pyres burning here, fires. They came up with quite a successful way of destroying the bodies in holes in the ground, but with the additional, made out of concrete, with air ducts leading into them, which kept it burning. And one of the prisoners was responsible for a pan which gathered the ash. They found it took a fair bit of wood to get the fire going, but once they got it going, they didn't need a great deal to keep it running. The mass graves were found to be, archaeological were found to be in fact actually much larger than is actually shown here. And this was because when they laid this out in 1964, they didn't put the put them in the ceremonial things in the right positions, so they're in fact smaller. We have here a number of 350,000 victims, which is probably an exaggeration. Looking at this area here, though, one sees a great deal of bone fragments. There's even quite a large piece there. I'm not going to disturb the remains by picking them up. Initially, people were buried here. They tried a number of experiments, including the use of lime, where effectively people were boiled alive. memorial to the Jewish population of Belchatov. The area where I am now is the area where the greatest number of people were actually burned. One of the problems they found with burning is they did have problems with the trees catching fire. And first of all, they had a problem at the beginning with not enough wood being available, and had to bring in wood from some distance. And up to a point where there were forests which were being completely stripped in order to provide wood for here.